I just want y'all to see. I just want y'all to see. It's all good. But I just want y'all to understand. It's Mavs all day. Another episode, man. Welcome, man. The MCXPRadio show here on BGSENetwork. Your boy Reed is here in the building. Brian is in the building. We got a lot to talk about, but y'all just gotta understand. I've been telling y'all. Mavs are gonna win this, man. Mavs are going. Let's start the show. Let's go.
Swagger pimp, yeah. Can't now another nigga like me. Yeah. Okay, it goes 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, rockin'. It's time for hip hop. On they reach watch, no sir, not for show. No bars made up of fairy tales. I'm trying for the tragedy, I know it well. So put your hands up in the air just for the winners. A peace on the pimps, the prostitutes, the sinners. We all deserve a second chance, but we products of illusion and victims of our own circumstance. Apply the pressure, I bet you can. Live the life that you love, shout out to Rand. Love the life that you live, shout out again. It ain't a tough pill to swallow once you comprehend.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Yes, we're here in the mix. MCXPRadio chilling, man, on the Friday Man Cave. You're officially tuning in, kicking it with your boy, me, A Reed. My man Broken is in the building as well. Hold on, I think I'm muted. There you go, Brian. He's there in the building, man. I already got my man Trey is in the building. Shout out to Trey. Trey already saying, look, he's already saying the Mavs in 6. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. I may not be the most hypest right now, but understand, bro. Like this is it's not every day that your team goes to the final, to the final showdown. And man, I'm telling you, everything that the Mavs went through and all of that whatnot, we'll discuss it. We'll talk about it, man. But I appreciate everybody that's been tuned in, everybody that's been supporting on the BGSENetwork. Of course, man, I want to get into it. Brian, you ready, man?
Yes, sir.
Mavs are
Yeah,
going to the let's go. Let's go. Hey, Reed's 3 points. Here we go. All right, man. 3 points. Here we go. Let's touch on it. So it is official, people. If you have not been paying attention, if you have been living under a rock, you probably don't understand, but it is the NBA Finals. Finally, we have the two teams that are set, that are here to lock in, who are here to do battle for the championship trophy. You've got the Boston Celtics, the Eastern Conference champions. Definitely, and a lot of people have kind of been saying that they've had such a easy, somewhat out of road to this East. I think, quite frankly, that I believe that everybody kind of considered Boston to be at this point anyways at the beginning of the season. We just all kind of felt that Boston was just going to be able to come out of the East. But I've seen a lot of people talk about how Boston really had a quote-unquote easy advantage within these playoffs on the Eastern Conference. You look at their first matchup against the Miami Heat, Jimmy Butler goes down. They go ahead and knock him out. You look at their next matchup against the Cleveland Cavaliers, Donovan Mitchell's out. They go ahead and handle business. Now you look at this last one with the Eastern Conference Championship against the Pacers, and Therese Halliburton goes down. They go ahead and handle business. So, I mean, in a sense, I can understand what a lot of people are saying, but I'm not going to discredit the fact that it's not still a hard road to get to, because Indiana did still give them a run for their money, even though that they did not finish what they needed to finish. You know what I'm saying? Indiana didn't finish a couple of games. Those games could have went, a couple of them could have went Indiana's way, but they just didn't finish at the end. But people, we have the Boston Celtics in the East, and we have my Dallas Mavericks. Yes, sir. Dallas Mavericks from the West with a death-defying, wonderful, one of the hardest. Look, and I'm going to even say this. I'm gonna even say this, and Brian, you can agree, you can disagree, however you feel. I feel that if the Mavs go ahead and win this series, this will be by far the second. This is what I'm saying. The second hardest road in probably NBA playoff history to get to the ship. And when I say this because
Huh?
no, listen, and of course, you can disagree. But I say this because when you look back at 2011, when the Mavericks won the championship, of course, on paper nobody looked at them, nobody thought that they was going to win, none of that good stuff. But the Mavs took care of a Portland Trailblazers team that had Brandon Roy, who was acting a fool back in the day. Then they swept the Lakers with the Kobe, all of those boys. Then they took care of the three-headed monster in OKC, which was Durant, which was Russell Westbrook, which was James Harden. And then they take care of the quote-unquote big three of Miami with LeBron, Chris Bosh, and D Wade. So that was probably one of the toughest roads that they can ever make to get to the championship. Looking fast forward going to this season, Mavs first series was with the Clippers. The Clippers that had Paul George, that had Russell Westbrook, that had James Harden, beat them. Their second round was with a young but very talented OKC team with Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, Chet Holmgren. Beat them. They come over here to a Minnesota Timberwolves team that has Defensive Player of the Year, that has one of the up and rising stars in Ant-Man, that has Karl Anthony Towns. Wasn't a tough road, but the Mavs still got it done. That's why I say that this probably like the second hardest road. But with everything said, everything that's all put in place or whatnot, Brian, go ahead and tell me, man, who are you looking for? What are your predictions? What do you think is going to happen in this NBA Finals, bro?
I think it's gonna be hard fought. I think it's gonna be a hard fought finals. Uh, I tell you who I want to win first. I do want Dallas to win. I want the
Yes, sir.
Mavericks to win because I do not like Boston. I hate Boston, and I hate the Celtics. So yes, I'm a hater. I am biased. So I want the Mavericks to win. I think they have a good chance to win. I think Boston has. I don't know if it's equally as good a chance, but it might be. So it might be a real hard fought series. We're definitely getting 6 or 7 games for sure. I don't think it'll be finished in less than that.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
so we
Okay.
we getting we getting 6 or 7 games. I don't know what the home road split is gonna be. I think it could go either way. It's hard to win in Boston.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Boston might Boston might be able to play on the road in Dallas a little easier, but they play good at home. So
Man, Dallas is all right at home. They play better on the road, though.
okay, if you say so, you're the Mavericks fan, so going with what you say, and it's hard to win in Boston at points, at times, and
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
especially in a finals type situation. Boston has historically been a hard place to win. I don't know what they doing at home, but they obviously have a good record at home in the playoffs because they haven't lost too many games in the playoffs. So so they have a great record at home in the playoffs so far, and that's just it always seems that way with a
Yeah.
Boston title run is that
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
that's just historically. I mean, throughout history, is hard to go into the Boston Garden and win there. So uh Mavs in three.
My man, Granddad is showing love.
I mean, I
Uh,
mean,
hey,
uh, I
If it
mean,
was still a
Boston.
best out of 5 series, I would say that, but it's not that. But I kind of agree with you with the best. It's gonna be 6 or 7 games. Yeah, I can agree on that. But go ahead, man. Continue what you're saying,
Yeah, I
bro.
mean, well, I think it's gonna be hard fought. I mean, they both are pretty deep, and the Mavericks been showing me through these last two series is that they've been playing more deep. They've been playing more defense that I would like to see. You know what I'm saying? They've been playing a
Right.
that's one of the things I've always wanted to see out of the Mavericks is playing more defense, and they have been playing more defense and better defense. Anybody who
Word on
says
that.
they not anybody who's saying they not playing any defense at all, that's you just haven't been looking at the games. And I had a boy telling me that earlier is that Luca and Kyrie haven't had to play any defense so far in the playoffs, and that's the reason why
It's
they're at and
ludicrous.
why they're at where they're at, and that's just I've been watching the games, and I've seen Luca moving his feet better. I've seen him get a few blocks here or there. I've seen him
Mm-hmm.
crashing the boards when he needs to.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I've seen Luca play the most defense I've ever seen him play, literally, like has been this playoffs. I've never seen Luca play this much defense before, and that's always what I've been wanting to see out of him, being so tall and long. I want to see him affect some players from the other team more, and I mean
Right,
he
right,
did that.
right.
I'm not saying he's an all-world defender now. No,
No, no.
ain't nobody saying that, but we're just saying put more effort in on that side of the ball, and I think I've seen him do that.
Let's push a little back. Let's talk about this Timberwolves series that they had. And I'm sorry, my boy Trey. I love my man Trey. Trey is big Timberwolves fans. We've been going back and forth. Boom, boom, boom. Text. He was talking a little mess. I got it because I know he's watching. He was talking a little mess to me, talking about Timberwolves is gonna whoop that ass. But I had to let him know. Hey, it's a different breed down there. Mavs is about their business. But you gotta give respect. You gotta give credit to what the Timberwolves were able to accomplish. Again, you have Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert, who, in my opinion, should not have been, but it is what it is. You got Big Purr over there, and Ant Man did his thing. Um, Good team, very very good team, young team. I think that their main focus, especially when they got down 3 games to 0. I think their main focus, and I know Shaq and Charles Barkley kind of mentioned on it. It sounded like that they just didn't want to get swept. They got the one game, and it seemed like they were satisfied with not getting swept. But it just didn't seem like those guys had enough fire, not enough passion. And then again, I also think that you got to get your lumps in, your growing pains, but you just got to watch yourself with who you talk about, man. For Ed to call out Kyrie at the beginning of the series, talking about he gonna take him and everything like that, and after those last 2 games, he's just dead tired from chasing them all fucking game long. Like you got to respect your elders, man. Guys that have been in the league, that know how to get to these spots and what they know what to do when it comes to playoff time. Um, Kind of seems like Timberwolves kind of put their own foot in their mouth a little bit. Mm,
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they gave Kyrie a little bit of bulletin board material, I guess, to work with. A little chip on the shoulder, something to work with, something to take personally, you know. And yeah, that happened. I mean, I was surprised at the series. I didn't think it would be that easy for Dallas. I'm gonna be totally honest. But that's the mark of a good team. A good team puts away teams, and they win the games they're supposed to. That's why I wouldn't put so much stock in the Celtics having the easier road, even though, I mean, if you look at who they went through and how it happened, then yes, I mean, you can kind of agree with that, especially with some of those injuries and the
mm-hmm.
fact that they didn't have to play the Knicks. Uh,
True. True.
even because the Knicks were giving teams trouble with all the injuries. I mean,
With all the injuries that they still had, Knicks was still in the game.
Still in those
Still in the game.
games, and still in.
Yeah.
And I think they still they would have gave Boston some trouble, you know.
I believe
So
that. I believe that.
they didn't have to play the Knicks. They didn't have to play the 76ers. And so but the mark of a good team is winning is winning the games. You're supposed to win.
Right.
So Indiana they for sure should have won game 1.
Oh yes.
Brown hits in fucking all world amazing 3-pointer from the corner. You know what I'm saying? To tie that game and send it into overtime. And I mean, after game 1, I knew Boston was going to take that series. I was still kind of surprised that it ended up being a sweep, and those games were close. You know, and you can make an argument. Well, yeah, Indiana was giving them problems, and they was the games were close and everything like that. Yeah, but I mean, good teams win close games too.
That series, in my opinion, should have went at least 6 games, because I feel Indiana should at least caught 2. Should at least got 2 wins. Game 1, and then whatever that other game, I want to say maybe it was game 3 where they were up like 20 points or something like that and gave that whole freaking lead away and let Boston come back and win. I think, and they ended up winning in overtime or something like that. But Indiana should have had at least 2. Definitely should have had at least 2 of those. But I mean, like you said, man, good teams have to finish. They have to go ahead and do what they need to do to put these teams away when it comes to the playoffs. But I think that we have one hell of a series to look forward to. Game 1 is next Thursday, people. June 6th, next Thursday. One hell of a series that we got to look forward to, man. And then not even that, man. The storylines that are going to come from this is going to be quite miraculous. I think the media, for real, I think media is going to have a field day on these storylines. Especially number one, Kyrie coming back to Boston and how all of that ended up, and from him, stomping on the logo, and this is that and the third, and always hearing all the banter from all the Celtics fans and whatnot. So it's almost like he comes back to redeem himself a little bit. Then even on the other side, you look at the Celtics having Porzingis. Porzingis used to play for Dallas, and how him and Luka just didn't end up getting along, or it just didn't work out on that aspect when they made that trade for him. So, you got guys on the opposite sides, man. 2 guys on opposite teams over here at the Promised Land trying to, get their team over the hump. So it's really a lot to look forward to in this one. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
can Luka cement some kind of legacy? Can he uh uh try to get up to a legendary status at only 25 years old by five first NBA All Teams, 5 All-Stars, Rookie of the Year
He's already
already,
legendary. He's already legendary.
scoring champion.
No. He's already legendary. Look, Luka is already legendary. Luka is already a legendary. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. He's not. You crazy.
Champion needs a ring. Needs cement.
A ring will help solidify it. I do admit that. But to say that he's not a great legendary player right now.
Legendary?
Luka's not one of the best players in the league now.
Yeah, okay, best and legendary are 2 different things. Legendary is all time. Like legendary that's different from. I mean, I don't know. I guess you can kind of be a legend
like Luka, bro.
You can kind of be a legend. Well, they call him the white privileged James Harden, so I don't know if there's nobody else that plays like that.
Oh.
They do call that is one of his lesser known nicknames.
Wow. Okay, so is James Harden legendary?
No.
Jason Tatum?
No.
CP3?
Yes.
He hadn't won a championship. What makes him
Yeah, but
legendary?
I mean, CP3 is not 25 or 27. CP3 is like 38, 39, 40. Like he's been in the league for a long time. And I
Okay.
mean, he got commercials, nigga. Like, come on, what are we talking
Okay.
about here? It's a State Farm fucking guy. What are we talking about here, my nigga?
Anthony
CP3.
Edwards has commercials.
He has a cool nickname, my nigga. CP3,
Man,
nigga.
get
Like,
out of
come
here,
on, my nigga.
bro. Get out of here. To say he's legendary, but Luka's not legendary at 25, everything that he's done when he's
No, he's
25.
not like
Man,
no,
that's
no.
bullshit. Come on, bro.
CP3 probably
Come on.
CP3 probably has CP3 probably has 10 or 12 All-Star appearances. He got 5 or 6 defensive all NBA defensive teams. He got all 5 or 6 all NBA teams. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, he's never won a scoring championship, but he's led the league in assists before. Yeah, CP3, yeah. CP3, yes. Yes. I would call CP3 legendary.
No, bro. I beg to differ. I disagree. I disagree.
You just don't
I
like
disagree.
you just don't like CP3. And to be fair, a lot of people don't like CP3.
Luke is 25 years old. He's a 5-time All-Star, 5-time All NBA First Team, NBA Rookie of the Year, NBA All Rookie First Team, Western Conference MVP, NBA Scoring Champion.
Okay, now look up CP3's accomplishments.
Man, we're talking about this dude has done this at 25 years old. At
Yes,
25 years old.
yeah,
That's legendary,
yeah.
bro. That's legendary.
I mean, that's an amazing start to your career.
CP3. Now, of course, he's been in the league longer. 12
Yeah.
NBA All-Stars.
Yes.
NBA All-Star Game MVP, 4-time All-NBA First Team, 5-time All-NBA Second Team, 2-time All-NBA Third Team, 7-time All-Defensive NBA First Teams.
Thank you. 7 defensive first team.
5 NBA Assist Leader, 5-time, 6-time NBA Steals Leader.
CP3 is legendary.
I didn't sit here and say that he wasn't.
CP3 is legendary.
But to say that he's
But no,
legendary.
you asked me a question.
To say that he's legendary and Luka's not legendary right now is ridiculous. I disagree on that.
Okay, I mean you can disagree. That's not my opinion.
I disagree on that. That's bull.
You know why Mahomes is legendary? How old is Mahomes? Look up Mahomes' age for me real quick. And you shouldn't even have to answer. You know the answer to that question. Why Mahomes is legendary? You already know.
He's got 3 championships already, bro.
Okay, and how old is he?
Mahomes right now is 28 years old.
28. Okay.
28.
So 3 years. Okay, so Luka get one or two. He's legendary.
CP3 ain't getting none. Whatever, man.
You just don't like CP3.
No, I respect CP3.
Okay.
I respect him.
That's good
I
enough.
respect him.
That's good enough.
But still, to say that he's legendary and Luka's not legendary right now that's out of line. It's out of line.
It's not out of line.
It is what it is. Let's move over to number 2, man. Now, this is kind of in your neck of the woods because you are the more political guy of the group. Shout out to my boy Grip. But it has came out, and I believe this came out yesterday, that Mr. Donald Trump, the Republican guy, or the Republican Party running for president for his second term, has been found guilty. 34 convictions of this hush money trial and stuff like that. Brian, I need you to somewhat explain this hush money trial for the people that don't know. What is this necessarily saying? What does this necessarily mean? All that good stuff. I know you pay attention to
I think it's bullshit. I think
it.
for the most part, for the most part, the charges are bullshit. I mean, he basically got convicted of paying off his side bitch to not say anything and falsifying 34 records in concerning that. He got convicted based off his own lawyer who was stealing from him and was a star witness for the state, the prosecution, who got caught lying on the stand 1,511 times. And the same guy that's a star witness for the prosecution stole money from Trump. So I'm not saying Trump is a good guy. I'm saying these particular charges were bullshit. And if you look into the way the judge issued the jury instructions, the jury could disagree on what they think he was convicted of, or what they thought he was guilty of, and still convict him of the same thing. So 34 felonies, it's crazy. What I will say is that
Fucking a
he
lot.
needs to go to jail. I was talking about this with my little nephew, and Doom, actually, it's another one of the homies. He needs to go to jail because if a black man in America got convicted of 34 felonies, he's getting
Oh,
jail
he's under
time.
the fucking jailhouse, bro.
He's
He's
not
under the jailhouse.
he's not getting probation. So
Yeah, yeah.
what I said was if Donald Trump gets convicted of 34 felonies and he doesn't see a day in jail, if some kind of way, either the Supreme Court, any appeals court, anybody comes in and saves him from jail time and he doesn't see a day in jail, that is, and he gets probation for this, that is the ultimate example of white supremacy. The ultimate example of I mean, if you want to define white supremacy, I don't care if people think the charges are bogus. The fact is he got convicted of those charges. You see what I'm saying? So you had a jury that decided his fate. They convicted him. He is now a convicted felon with 34 felonies, and
Right.
felons can't vote in the presidential election. So why should a felon be able to run for president?
That is a very good question. I want to share this. I want to share this article I found. And it kind of ties into what you had just said.
And to be fair, real quick, before you get into it, real quick, I also believe another example of white supremacy is Biden's son. Biden's son was caught lying about owning a gun. When he applied for a gun, he lied on the gun application. Any normal American citizen, especially a black man, lied on the federal application. Lied on the federal application for a gun. The DOJ is not going to sweep in and make a sweetheart deal. Biden's the son, Hunter Biden, his ex, I think he has a baby mama who was a mistress or something like that, or his ex-wife, right?
Man.
Who was actually wife of his brother, or because he ended up sleeping with his brother's ex-wife after his brother died, right? And then he gets with the wife of his fucking brother. This dude is a fucking shitbag. They found cocaine, a bag of cocaine in the fucking White House, and never investigated it. And who else would it have been but Hunter's? Hunter was there at the time. That right during the time where the bag of fucking cocaine was found. So that's hey, I'm not saying just Trump is just an example of it. Biden is too. I mean, his son should be in fucking jail or should have seen some kind of fucking jail time and not got a sweetheart deal from the fucking government that his father runs. The only reason why is because his father runs the fucking government. He's never had to suffer any fucking consequences. They found the gun in the fucking trash can behind a fucking Dollar General or some shit like that, or behind a Walmart. Some lady that was dumpster diving, just diving through the dumpster, found the fucking gun, and it was his gun. He just fucking disposed of a fucking gun. Like you can't. That's illegal. To just
Yeah.
leave guns on the street, and the firearm was traced back to him. I don't know if it was actually registered, but it's traced back to him, and it was his fucking gun. That's how the whole investigation fucking started, and he never saw a day in jail for that. So that's also an example of it. It's, so yeah, there's examples of white privilege and white supremacy on the Democrat side and the fucking Republican side. Trump should absolutely be in jail when the election happens. Absolutely, he should be in jail in Rikers Island.
I had this article up, and now it's not letting me pull it up for some reason, which sucks. But it was kind of explaining how that he would not necessarily get any jail time, him being a first offender. Yeah, him being a first time offender, age, all of this other stuff. I kind of agree with you. Like, I think he should. I think he should do time and whatnot. I think it's just very crazy that society runs like that. The government runs like that. All the politicians and stuff like that. Like, to me, how can somebody like that, like, okay, Square Biz, number one. Let's just be honest. I think we were all in shock that Donald Trump was actually running for office. Trump should have never been in politics as it is, because you can say he's run the country like a business. You can say a whole bunch of stuff, but he's not politically savvy or whatnot. But I think what made Trump is that the fact that he speaks his mind. He says a lot of things that a lot of people have been wanting to say, for the longest. Trump is clear cut, raw, uncut. And a lot of people, I guess, have really kind of appreciated that. But we've seen him over the years do very vile, dirty shit. And yet, America, a lot of these people still wanted him in the office. Look, it is what it is. It is what it is. But at the bottom line, you guys can see it. The man is convicted of what he's done. He's convicted of these convictions, these 34 counts of the hush money. I don't know whatever else is going to come out. What's ever done in the dark is going to light. And eventually,
I think the charge, like I said, I think the charges are bullshit. They were trying to get this man on anything they fucking could. So, and that's because they hate him. You know what I'm saying? Because he talks so much shit. Because, like you said, because he's so opinionated and he talks so much shit and he says whatever comes to his mind, and he he throws jabs at anybody that says anything slightly critical of him. You know what I'm saying? He goes for the fucking jugular. He goes for the neck, right from the gate. You say something, he's coming at you right hard. But the thing is, like, as soon as he won, on day one, they said they were gonna fucking impeach him, and they did, right? And he got impeached twice, and they didn't find nothing there. And they've been saying he's been fucking with Russia. He's been fucking with Putin. Oh, he made the illegal phone call, right? He's tampering with the election. He stole the election. He did all this. He raped women. So women have come out 30-year-old accusations or whatever. Said, oh, he fucking raped me in the back of a store in the fucking 1980s, and he lost that fucking trial, right? And he's on trial in Georgia and fucking DC for election interference type shit, right? So they've been trying to get this man from the very beginning, and they were gonna get him on something. That's why it's wild to me. And I mean, maybe he's not gonna get any jail time because a lot of people, I think it's kind of mixed. Especially, I've been following some of the commentators on the right, meaning the right wing, meaning Republicans or Republican leaning. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
And even with them, it's kind of mixed. A lot of them believe that he will get jail time because of everything I said, how the Democrats been trying to get him for so long. And now they actually have the chance. He's convicted. Why wouldn't they just go ahead and give this man jail time? You know what I'm saying? Like, they've been waiting for this day for fucking 8 years to finally say, we fucking got him. He's behind bars. They want that picture. They want that picture of him in the fucking cell. They need him to be in that cell. Then you got, the other half that's saying, I still don't believe it. I can't believe they would actually put him in jail. I don't think he's gonna get to jail. I think he has too much privilege, or they'll never put a former president in jail. It just blows your mind to actually think he'll get jail time. Like, you always think a 77-year-old white billionaire from fucking New York, Trump, TV shows, and fucking just one of the most famous people on the fucking planet.
Yeah.
Is he really gonna get jail time? Like, it's just hard to fathom that he will actually spend a day in jail.
He won't spend a day in jail. He won't. All of those factors that you name right there: white, billionaire, famous, rich. And let's just be honest, man. Shit, the majority of America loves him. Why? I don't know. That's why this election is very.
Because he's not a politician. And it seems like he speaks from people got tired of politics. Politicians been dicking American people over on both sides for a long time.
And Trump didn't
So
do it.
here, in what way? How did he dick the American people over?
I'm
The
just saying. I
American
mean,
people,
he
the
didn't.
American people in general. How did he dick the American, like in a political type of way? I mean, I can
That's what I'm
understand.
asking.
You could say when it comes to, well, I would say I don't really see it. I mean, of course he dicked over black people. I mean, if anybody would have a grievance with him, it would be black people, right? I mean, he's been sued for discrimination
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
in his racial discrimination in some of his housing units back in the 70s,
Word.
in the late 80s with the Central Park Five. He took out ads in the newspaper and said they should be fucking killed and everything, and it came out that all of those men were completely innocent. Uh, he also ran with the birth certificate with the Obama. He came into he started his whole presidential run in 2015 on the back of Obama is not a real U.S. citizen. He was
Yeah,
not
he
born,
sure did.
and
He sure
he
did.
was he was not born in America,
He sure did.
right?
He sure
And
did.
that his birth certificate is fake, and he harassed Obama for what seemed like maybe 8 or 10 months to produce the fucking birth certificate, and then Obama end up actually releasing the long form fucking birth certificate to prove that he was born in Hawaii, right? And that because he was saying Obama was not actually, he's the illegitimate president because since he was born in America, he should have never had been allowed to even run for president, right? Because we know that I believe it's one of the amendments that says you have to have been, it's in the Constitution that you have to been born a natural born citizen,
Yeah.
not just a naturalized citizen. That's one of the reasons why Arnold Schwarzenegger was never able to run for president, even though he's the governor of California, is because he was born in Austria. Because he's born in Austria, he was not born in America.
Yeah, nah,
right?
get to that chopper.
So, right. So, I mean, yeah, if you want to say, I guess that's good enough for you to say he fucked over American people because black people are Americans too. But in a political sense, like how has he done America wrong dirty from a political standpoint? I think that's what a lot of people was looking at. Even a lot of black people. I mean, Trump, it's a minority, but he has a vocal minority of black support. uh, Probably you would have to say it's more black males than black females, but it's a few of those too. And then other minorities, Latinos and Asians that support him. You know what I'm saying? So, um, and I think his black support recently has kind of gone up. And I'm not gonna say it's because he's been convicted and
His
he's
politics.
he's a felon. He's a felon now. Black people identify with Trump more because now he's a felon. No, fuck out of here. That's
No.
not it. Like it's because some people who are more business sided and they thinking more about pockets wise and they thinking more on the economic tip believe that he's better for the economy and that they looking at that they were doing a little better during his 4 years
Mhm.
before leading up to COVID, and they looking at the fact that he didn't necessarily start any new wars. You know what I'm saying? He made a couple peace agreements while he was president. He made the agreement for the U.S. to leave out of Afghanistan before he left office. You know what I'm saying? And if his administration never got hit with COVID-19, which was a completely made up fucking pandemic, you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Then
We gonna go into that.
it would have looked a lot better. So that's what some people are looking at. I mean, I don't know if I mean we've been fucked over way more by standard full-time career politicians.
Yes, we have.
Easily.
Yes, we have.
Easily.
I can give you that.
Easily.
I can give you that. I can give you that. Um, I do want to tell everybody out there, man, make sure you do go out there and vote this year because I mean, we got both of them. You see, they're going to be Biden, and apparently Trump is guilty with all these convictions and still able to run for president. I don't know how.
He may be in jail. That's what I'm looking forward to is him being
That'll
in
be crazy.
I'm looking forward to him being in jail on election day. So on election day, we're gonna have a fucking man running for president. We're gonna be able to vote for a man who's actually in a jail cell.
That's
And like
wild.
you said, you said it ain't gonna happen, and I mean, it's almost unbelievable to think that that could happen. Like we can't America. Like, is America actually gonna let this fucking happen? Like, are we actually gonna?
It's America. We've seen a lot of things happen in America, bro. A lot of things. Some things, man, that you would
That
never even believe.
that ain't
And
never that ain't never happened.
I know that broken. It's always the stuff that never happens that happens.
It's the first time for everything, huh?
It's the first time for everything when it comes down to this shit, dog.
Yeah.
So like,
You
there's nothing
said
that surprises. Nothing
you,
that surprises. So I'm
you
just
said
saying.
he ain't going to jail though.
I believe he's not. I believe he's going to find a loophole where he's not going to jail. But you know, you just said it. He could possibly be in jail, still running for president. And for him even being in jail, that might even boost more people wanting him to be president.
Well, his fucking his fucking fundraising website crashed yesterday after the convictions came. The day
With so many
I don't
donations, I think I saw something like
yeah,
that.
yeah, he was getting so many fucking donations that
There, there you
his
go.
fucking page crashed.
There you go.
Like so, yeah,
There you go.
he's making money off of it.
He's
Like being
convicted
like
of a
yeah,
fucking felon,
and make
and
more
people still
yeah,
still
and
donate money.
they on there literally saying that this I will fucking crawl over glass, broken glass. I will crawl over broken glass to vote for Trump. Like this is making the MAGA heads like even more fucking resolute. Like they talking about they ready to go to civil war in their minds. I think they too pussy to actually do it, but I mean, they spiritually, they feel like it's this war. It's this war now. It's a spirit, like spiritually, like they at war.
Craziness. BGSENetwork. Doing it, man. Still going down on the 3 points, man. Let's go ahead into the next point now. I remember that you had said in the chat, man. I think you was mentioning, man, when Eminem came out with a new record today, the Houdini track. I've been seeing a lot of people going back and forth about it, and it's really, to me, man, it's just,
Did you listen to it?
I listened to it, man. To me, it was just Eminem just tapping back to his old self, but I don't think it was anything like super major for anything that like people to just be tripping over. But I wanted to get your, I guess, opinion on what's been some of the major changes that you've seen from the music that we used to have then to the music that we have now. What is like, what has been a change to you that has just made it be like, either you rock with it or you don't rock with it? And as you can see,
define then.
Well, I got a picture up there. Then I'm talking about your old school guys, from the Pod to the Biggies, to old school Eminem, to the Outkast, to the Easy E's, Missy Elliott's, the Mobb Deeps, the DMX's, the Commons, the stuff that we kind of grew up on. You know what I'm saying? A little past tense compared to the new age of what you got with the Futures and the Migos, and Kendrick is part of this, J. Cole, you know what I'm saying? Drake, all of these guys. You got Logic, 21 Savage, Rick Ross, all of these guys. Clearly it's been differences in what we've had. I don't know how do you feel what's kind of been like some of the most major changes that you've seen?
The 2 or 3 most major important changes, in my opinion, would be changing from the cassette tape and CD era, and LP era, record, cassette tape, CD, to digital downloads and streaming. That's very important. And the way records were listed, as the way record deals were given out then, and the way record deals are given out now, right?
Okay.
That's one of the major things. You can call that one thing or 2 or 3 things. It's a few things involved with that, because the way I see it is, a lot of those early artists, we're talking from early 90s all the way through probably 2002, 2003, 2004. CD, tape and CD and LP to a lesser extent, but tape and CD was the major distribution platform, right? The way record deal, it was harder to get record deals then. To me, I think it was more about real talent, right? Like, a lot of record companies couldn't afford to waste a lot of money. They couldn't afford to waste money on non-talented people or less talented people. Like, you had to be a lot more solid and a more guarantee win back then, simply because they had to invest a lot of money into you, especially on the distribution side and everything, and shipping, because in order to ship, they're not going to want to ship 500,000 CDs if they really felt like they were not going to sell them.
Right.
So you, back then, you can get certified gold or certified platinum just on the number that you shipped out. Like very few artists actually shipped 1 million CDs from day one, shipped out to distribute, like, to stores, 1 million CDs. So if you was an artist that shipped 1 million CDs, it was almost a guarantee that all 1 million of those CDs were going to sell. So if you shipped 500, it's crazy to ship 500 CDs. All of those have to be pressed. They have to be manufactured. So I think the way deals were given out back then was more on talent wise. You know what I'm saying? And like, you had to be almost a more, like, you still, it's hit or miss either way with a lot of artists, right? It's still hit or miss. So every artist that got signed back then, of course, didn't ship 500. They might have shipped 250. They might have shipped 200. They might not have had, of course, Jay-Z for a reasonable doubt probably had a better deal than let's say the Alcoholics when they ship 21 and over or whatever like that. You know what I'm saying? So
Right, right.
like like different artists are gonna ship different things. You know what I'm saying? Like Ready to Die was gonna ship more. I mean, Life After Death probably shipped more out the gate than Ready to Die. You see what I'm saying? Because now you're a more bankable guy, right? Because Ready to Die did well, you know. So I mean, Illmatic didn't go platinum until like fucking 10 years, fucking I think it was like 10 or 15 years after it was out already before it finally was actually certified RIAA platinum. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But so now, then you move forward to the streaming age. Like it takes a lot. They can invest less money and get more traction. So the way you get popular now is a lot of record companies can do astroturfing. They can kind of plant people or use somebody who has a social media wave and then put money behind them. So you can get popular on social media all on your own, and then a record company notice you and say, "Hey, we can use this guy. He has 300,000 followers, 200,000 followers, 500,000 followers, or whatever like that, or even 100,000 followers." You know what I'm saying? And we can put a little money behind that, and it's less money invested in an artist now than they would have to invest than they used to have to invest back then. It's a little less time and effort. And then with streaming, you can put your own music out. It's way more independent
Yeah,
ways, way more ways for artists to put music out. So you have an oversaturation
I
of the
know it.
game
I know it.
with so many different artists. Putting music out, and then really good independent artists and underground artists such as yourself kind of get lost in that cycle of having a million rappers that you can look up
Facts.
on
Facts though.
fucking on what is one of these joints,
Talking about
the little streaming app joints,
the Apple
SoundCloud and
Music,
all,
yeah,
like,
the Apple Music, the
it's like, yeah,
SoundClouds,
I
the
mean, it
Spotify's, the
despite, yeah,
yeah,
I mean, so
yeah,
it's, everybody can put music out, and that waters down uh any genre. But I think it's been really bad with rap because it seemed like everybody want to fucking rap, like
everybody and their mama, everybody and their mama.
everybody and their mama wants to rap. So
I think one of the major changes for me is definitely the substance of music that we've had. Um, and when I say substance, oh yeah, shout out to my boy, Big Gang. He says, I love how y'all breaking down the music distribution. Yeah, man. Shit, I live it, bro. I live it, this. Um, definitely it is kind of a hard thing, especially coming from an artist standpoint, to be able to write, create, produce, and put everything out there. I mean, shit, it used to, now everybody doesn't have, you know, plugs in place to where they can like get free studio time and stuff like that. I've been fortunate to have a homeboy that's been able to, show me love whenever I needed to get inside the studio and stuff like that. But I mean, there were times that I would show love. I would pay, my money to go out there and record these records and to get these records done, finding producers and whatnot to find the perfect sound that you're looking for as far as songs and whatnot. But not just that, not just the recording aspect of it, not just the writing aspect of it, but you also have to make sure that once you start to get ready to put it out, you got to make sure that when you go through your distribution websites, you got to make sure that everything is on point with that. And then at the same time, once you distribute it out, once it gets put out, man, and all your promoting and whatnot that you do, see, and people will tell you millions and millions of times, man, just promote, 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 promote. You can promote all you want, but if you don't find your target audience in the way that you need to find your target audience, um, your music can kind of get lost in the waves. Um, and then it seems like the majority of people nowadays just want a certain type of sound that they want to hear. Um, Especially coming up from then to now, a lot of the people want, and I can't necessarily say that it's just all mumble rap. They like a lot of radio type of music. You really have to search underground wise to find, you know, people that can fit your style or whatever that you're looking for. Um, I've had to go underground, man, just to find people that are lyrical, compared to the people that I hear on the radio every single day. Um, so I mean, this is a very, very tough game. Very, very tough game. Um, I will say that the content that we've had from back then to now is very, very dramatically different. I think these record companies and stuff just only want they want who sells. They want who's going to get the money. And you can kind of tell it that in those artists when they come out and they do these kind of things and they make these kind of records, you can see somewhat how they just kind of sell themselves short, for a quick dollar. Anybody, and I don't give a damn what y'all say, anybody who thinks that Sexy Red is just the fucking best thing in the world, you're fucking out get out of here, bro. Get out of here.
Yeah, when it comes to a lot of popular music nowadays, it's not a whole lot of emotional depth behind it.
Not at all.
So
Not at
it's
all.
not it's
Not
not
at
a
all.
whole lot of it's not a whole lot
And
of emotional intellectual depth behind it. You got a few guys still doing it. You got K Dot, you got J Cole,
you got
but
Ransom, you got a
these
lot of guys, but shit, you have to look for them. You have to
but
literally
these are
search and look
and,
for
and these are kind of old. These are older guys in the game now. Almost. I mean, K Dot and J Cole are vets at this point. I mean, Drake is a
them. True,
fucking vet.
true,
Drake is a long time vet at this point, right? So
true.
like when you're looking for younger guys that's coming out, that's kind of like that. I'll be trying to be like, okay, well, who's the next K Dot? Who's the next Nas? Who's the next 20-year-old that's coming out super lyrical or hard? And super lyrical is almost like a damn pejorative now.
Hmm.
So if you lyrical or conscious, that's almost if you just people be running away from that label. I mean, fucking Kendrick runs away from the label.
Real
Yeah, I
talk.
don't want to be I don't want to be labeled as a conscious rapper, kind of, or an activist rapper,
I
or
got your big game. You ain't lying.
you know.
Music nowadays is so watered down. It's true, man. It's true. It's true.
And
We got
even
guys.
when the funny thing you even said, my bad. The funny thing
No,
you
no,
even
you good.
said, the funny thing even when you said about studio time, right? That's another difference, right? Because back in the 90s and everything, you had to actually go to a studio, right? Like if you weren't producing music at home, which not a lot of people could really do, not a lot of people had turntables and uh the equipment to produce at home. I mean, you had a few did. I mean, Dr. Dre did, of course, famously, right, in the garage and stuff like that. You had RZA that was producing on turntables and different machines and stuff, in the basement or whatever. If when you look at certain things like that. But a lot of people who didn't have those resources or even that space, right, to be able to put equipment together like that, had to go into the studio. But
Mm-hmm.
then fast forward to the beginning of the streaming era, you have guys like Soldier Boy that was able to produce a fucking chart topping song that he has a fucking plaque for, and he did it on a fucking computer. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Using a pretty basic kind of app, you know what I'm saying? And
Facts.
was able to come out with a kind of fire beat. I mean, it it's just technology has made everything easier, and people are able to make beats, produce beats, and do things a lot easier. And that's produced some good music. It's produced some good music, but then it's produced a
Some trash ass shit.
whole lot of trash shit too.
Some trash ass shit. Let's just be real. So good. BGSE Network, man, hold it down. MCXPRadio. Those are about 3 points right there, man. Agree or disagree. Appreciate everybody that's been tuning in. Please continue to leave your comments, all that good stuff. If you're new over here to the station, please make sure, man, you like, subscribe, hit the bell. Not just for me, man, but for the whole BGSE Network. So anytime you see one of our shows that come on, you guys can tune in, you can log in, you can chat with all of us, man, and have a good time while we do our live. All right? Getting
Wait,
to
wait. Winners and losers, man.
Man, can I finish my spiel?
I thought the show was ending, bro.
Can I finish my spiel, bro?
I'm
I
like,
mean,
dang, are we out of here or something?
who runs
Because
this show, bro?
a lot of time when you go into that, it be over, bro. And I be done. Like you just, I thought the show was about to cut off. Like I was scared
No,
right
bro.
there. I thought it was ending. My
No,
bad,
bro.
bro.
No,
Okay,
bro.
you the
Let me run
captain,
this.
man.
Let me
You
run
right.
this.
You right. You the captain, man. My bad.
Winners and losers.
My bad.
Hold on. Hold on. What the? Hey, hold on. Hush. Hush, girl.
What just happened? What happened?
I don't know, man. I don't know what the hell that was. Somebody was talking on my thing, man.
I didn't hear it. Nah, I didn't hear anything.
Oh, I know. I was hearing it on my end. Jesus Christ.
I don't think it went live though. I don't think it went live.
I don't know. I just kept hearing she was this little computer voice kept reading it. It's on. How did it get on voice options? Whatever. Winners and losers. Yeah. Man, look, Brian, I gotta put the network out. I gotta let people know within the show.
Oh no! I
they're
thought,
paying attention to
bro,
the BGSE network, bro. Not just my
of
show, but it's
course.
MCXP.
No,
You
of
know,
course.
shout out to Big Game and you know my boy, Big Game, Chase Stocks, Two Birds. You know, we got plenty of
Hell
shows that
yeah.
people can join and listen to and everything. So please,
Hey,
like I was
Stoggs
saying,
is the man. Hey, Stoggs is
like
the
I was
man, though.
saying,
I'm telling you, Stoggs is the man, though. Chase Stoggs.
like I was saying, man. Please like, subscribe, hit the bell for anytime one of these shows pop up. We got winners and losers for y'all before you head out.
I thought it was over. I really thought it was over, bro.
I feel you, bro. I feel you. I respect it, but it's not. It's not. I got winners and losers. Winners and losers. I'm gonna say this, man. I know we already kind of talked about it, but it's Luka and Kyrie. Those are my winners. The reason I'm saying this is because of all the talk that said that these two guys could not work together. And now everybody is getting set to watch them go for a chance for the ultimate prize of the NBA Finals championship. Especially the hatred that Kyrie Irving has taken over the years. Some people say self-inflicted. Some people don't believe it. Some people thought he was crazy, whatnot. But you have seen a level of maturity that Kyrie has shown. He's grown up. He's become well adapted. When you're hearing guys like Stephen A. Smith, when you hear guys like Shannon Sharp, and when you're hearing guys like Brian Windhorst, Winnie, or whatever his name is, that white guy, and everybody was just putting Kyrie down so damn hard, so hard, to the point that you had people even talking about this man should retire, that he's not good for the game. And now look at everybody. Kyrie has literally made all of these people eat their words. And just like, y'all shut the fuck up.
Did you see SAS apology?
He finally apologized.
Oh, you haven't seen it? Yes.
I'm glad that you told me that. I'm glad that you told me that. It still doesn't change the fact because look how long it took for him to do it.
Well,
How
I
you gonna
didn't
wait all
watch.
the way to the finals? You could have been apologizing to him a long time ago.
I don't know. I don't know what he said. I didn't watch it, but he had. But it says I apologize, Kyrie. I apologize or something like that. I think he did it off his podcast. He
I'm gonna
did
have to
that.
watch that. And I
I
think
didn't.
I think it's mainly because
I didn't
everybody
even
got
want
on
to.
his ass.
I didn't even want to watch this shit. I didn't want to watch this shit.
I think everybody got on his ass and he saw it and he was like, the pressure's on, so I need to go ahead and do my apology.
Well, if you're
Stay
gonna watch
focused.
it out, I'll watch it. We have to come back to that at some point during the finals.
We will. We will. We will.
If you watch it,
But
I'll watch it. Kyrie
yeah,
been right
yeah.
on almost everything. He's been on the right side of almost every position, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? He was right about the vax. He was right about Hebrews to Negroes, and he's right about Palestine, nigga. Free Palestine. So he's been on the right side of every position.
Shout out to Kyrie, man. Shout out to Kyrie. And I love him being down here in Dallas where he can play freely. He has nothing to worry about. He just plays basketball. He's took a look under his wing. Everything is good, man. Everything is definitely good. So I appreciate everything that he's done, everything that he continues to do. And I think anybody that's hating Kyrie at this point just hasn't been there. I just think you just got to be better against him. I think people can change. People have the ability to change. Sometimes it takes time for us to grow, to learn, and to understand what's been going on within our lives. But excuse me, I think Kyrie has really shown his grace and shown what he can do, man. So this is going to be beautiful, especially if Dallas wins. I think it's really going to shut up a lot of people's mouths. A lot of people's mouths. It's like the ultimate, to me, it feels like the ultimate comeback story for Kyrie. I've been shitting on, I've been hating on. Back then, y'all didn't want me. Now y'all all on me. I fuck with it. So those are my winners. Luka and Kyrie. And of course, my Dallas Mavericks. Now let's get to my losers. Are y'all ready?
Oh, I think it gotta be the Orange Man.
Oh, Trump?
He's the loser. He did win. He still won. Damn, this motherfucker still won. He got convicted and he's still winning.
I almost went there, Brian.
That's some
I
bullshit.
almost went there, Brian. I
That is
almost
some
did.
bullshit. He's
I
a
almost
loser,
did.
but he's still winning. He could be on both either side of this. He could be on winners or losers.
But that's what I'm saying, Brian. I almost went that way, but then I'm just like, he's probably still gonna win. He's
He's
probably
still
still gonna win.
winning. He's still.
So I had to direct this loser to a certain fan base that I really don't give a shit about. They've already been talking that shit.
Here we go. Here we go.
Y'all deserve this shit.
Hey,
Every single one of you fucking Boston Celtics fans. Y'all are my losers this week. Fuck y'all. For real.
The haters have arrived.
For real. For real. Because this is my thing. It goes beyond sports with them. Shout out to Big Game. I've heard stories with Big Game of telling me how when he's played in Boston Patriots, how some of the fans have been over there. You've heard past NBA players speak on how bad the fans can be in Boston. Now Kyrie is coming back. And it's just I can only imagine
Their
what's gonna
own
be said.
their own players. Bill Russell. Bill fucking Russell received death threats from Boston citizens.
Big games. Boston fans are raw. Yeah, I'm telling you. I can only imagine the things that are going to be spewed out to Kyrie. And I hope Kyrie takes all of that stuff, makes it fuel for the fire, and just wins that championship and puts it all in their face. But for real, some of the most egregious, some of the most hateful, some of the most racist fucking people in Boston. That is a place I would never want to go. I would hate the fucking fact if I was even drafted to go play over there. I would hate it. I would still go out there and play and get my money. But you would never see me outside. You would not see me do any type of community work.
you wouldn't give back to the
Fuck
community.
no. Fuck no. They would not get a cent.
Well,
I'm dead serious, bro. They wouldn't get a cent from me. Wouldn't get a cent from me. I don't like anything they stand for. I don't like the colors that they wear. I like green.
I don't like their logo. I don't like their logo.
That fucking accent that y'all got out there, man, is so funny. Y'all, from Boston.
The stories that fucking what's his name? Red Auerbach. The stories of what Red Auerbach used to do to opposing teams is friggin' insane. Like making sure their locker room was fucking horrible. Had cold running water. So they couldn't take hot showers. The player said the stadium just was not hospitable. I want to talk. Well, it stink. It fucking stink in there. That's what a lot of players said, right? And I mean, Red Auerbach smoked a cigar right there on the fucking sideline. So, I mean, to be fair, I guess smoking was allowed in a lot of buildings in America during that time. You could smoke inside of buildings, but I mean, come on, man. Like, it was rickety. I think it rained inside certain portions of the garden.
Oh man, that's why it's going to be such an interesting playoffs. It's such an interesting finals, especially in game 1 and 2 is going to be in Boston. So I'm gonna definitely be tuned in, but still, man, fuck them. Fuck all of those fans. And even if you're a Boston fan,
you saying like fuck Marky Mark and
hey, right now y'all are the enemies. Yeah, right now everybody that is I got a homeboy that's at work that he said he's a Boston fan. He said he's been a Boston fan, since Larry Bird, Robert Parrish days and stuff like that. Hey, I'm gonna have to tell him when I see him. Hey, bro, fuck you, bro.
And Dave Portnoy, what? It do seem like a lot of their fans be assholes too, don't it? I mean, they
are
like naturally assholes, even in real life assholes.
Like in a crazy way. I know because I mean it can't necessarily happen because I mean the NBA is predominantly black, even though it is kind of moving to the European and stuff like that. But in a way, I feel like Boston just needs to have all white players.
they the only team in the league that
It's been the only league that has all white players.
Wait, Boston and Utah.
Yeah. That's another place I'd hate to play too.
Nah, man. I mean, I'm not for segregation, man. I mean, the crazy thing is how could you be throwing racial epithets at opposing players when you have that same, but you love the black guys on your team?
Do you see what I'm getting?
Do you really love the black guys on your team if you can just throw throw epithets out at the other team? Like
As long as he's
how do
doing
you
good for
feel?
you,
How am I supposed to? Yeah, how am I
as
supposed to
long as
feel
he's
playing?
doing good for you, he's okay. But as soon as he does something wrong, y'all X him out. Y'all do everything. Y'all call him everything out the book. Y'all do it. I commend Kyrie for taking all of that crap that he's taking. Every time he stepped on that court, I'm telling you, you're going to hear it. They are ready.
I mean,
Before
I can
look, the
understand.
series was already done, and they already had The Maverick series wasn't even finished. Celtics had just finished with the Game 4 sweep, and they were already outside saying fuck Kyrie. They were already outside of the stadium saying fuck Kyrie. Really?
Okay, but I mean, so I understand booing opposing players. I even understand booing a player who maybe left your organization under bad terms. You know what I'm saying? When he comes back, I can understand. I can understand that. So, you know, if uh KD left OKC, you know what I'm saying, and went to fucking Golden State, you know, and he comes back with Golden State to OKC and the fans boom. I'm not saying that even happened. I don't even remember that. He might have got a few boos, but you know, we've had players who've left an organization and came back and got booed. You know what I'm saying? Because they left on bad terms, or they might have said something about the organization. They might have said something about the fans. You know what I'm saying? The Giants fans, New York Giants fans, will definitely boo Saquon Barkley when the Eagles play in the Meadowlands.
That's coming.
That is going to happen.
That's definitely coming.
But to throw racial epithets at Saquon Barkley, that's a totally different fucking thing. Totally different.
Yeah. The fuck are you Boston fans?
I co-sign that, by the way. As a Lakers fan, I 100% co-sign that.
Facts. Big Game said facts. John's about to boo his ass. That is straight facts. Straight facts. And with that, we're going to get up out of here, man. MCXPRadio. I appreciate you guys for tuning in and logging in with us. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit the bell, all of that good stuff, man. Until next time. Next Friday, we'll be back here. Same bed time. Same bed channel, doing what we do best. Thank you for everybody that's been paying attention. Everybody that showed the comments, all of that. Everybody that logged in, man, that just said they've been watching us, man, hearing us go back and forth. I appreciate you guys, man. You guys take it easy. Of course, I always tell you guys, man, that if you're suffering from any mental health, anything like that, please seek your help. Always good to have somebody in your corner that you can talk to. Friends will tell you what you need, what they want you to hear, and stuff like that. But it's good to have somebody that you can talk to tell you what you need to hear. So please, mental health is something serious. It's always serious. All of us kind of deal with it in some way, shape, or form, or fashion. So make sure you get your help if you can't take care of it, man, if it's getting just a little bit too tough for you. For myself, for my man Broken, for Big Game, for Jay Stocks, for the whole entire BGSE organization, man, what we doing big, man. I appreciate y'all. We getting out of here. All right, man. Y'all take it easy. Peace.
Dance on the beach or something, we can slide all night. Smoke a little weed or something, getting high all night. Got my brown on ice.